searching. I'm looking for someone to give about me. I'm looking, I'm searching. I'm looking, I'm searching. I'm looking for someone to give about you. I'm looking, I'm searching. I'm looking, I'm searching. I'm looking for someone to give about me. I'm looking, I'm searching. I'm looking, I'm searching. I'm looking for someone to give about you.
It's from the love that's in me. I love the love. I am so grateful for the envy, but yet they still attack me with the envy. They're trying to clog my drain, leave me empty. They say I'm honored every week. I say humbled and grateful, not to feel weak. Let the church speak. I'm on the wall, but they just...
Grand Rising family, happy Saturday. We in the building. It's a beautiful Saturday in Chicago. A little chilly, but it's still a beautiful Saturday in Chicago. We want to say thank all of you all for tuning in. This is the Chicago Community Activism Podcast, live with Sista Afrika. I'm honored to be here. This show is dedicated to those who have been doing this work a very long time. Some of the names we don't even know, but those names we do know. In the spirit of our Queen Sister, Dr. Carol Adams, who's on the cover of Chicago Week magazine, my mentor, I love you, Mama Carol. People like Dr. Adams, you understand, and Professor Bob Starks, you know, people that have been putting in the work. Then you have those that have went on, like my father, recent ancestor, Reverend Dr. Kwame John Porter, who was the first Southern Christian Leadership Conference president for the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. in Chicago. And he did a lot of work in community development and providing food at the Will Feed, Chicago's first food pantry in Inglewood. He's a pastor of Christ United Methodist Church right there on 64th and Sangamon. And my mom, of course, born on Juneteenth, we were just talking about that, who will be 91 this year. My mother is still active with the first and the oldest Federated Women's Club of America. It is the Alfreda Wells Civic Duster Club. This organization preserves the life and legacy of the Ida B. Wells. So I'm grateful today, and I have to pay homage first to those who have come before me, those who have been doing this before I even was an atom, okay, an iota of a thought. And I'm grateful because of them, I am and we are. This show is dedicated to people that continue to do this work. We love to talk to you. We love to have you as a guest. We love for you to chime in with us, like, share, and tell us what you're doing so we can support you as well. Also, the history of this show. This show was created by none other than BG, Brian Gorman. He's a visionary. If you don't know him, please Google him. Brian Gorman is so many things to so many of us. He's behind the scenes, but he's been out a little bit more in recent years. But whenever you've been to an event, I will guarantee it's been because of Brian Gorman. He sets up the stage. He does the behind the scenes, the back office, the paperwork. He does it all. And this was his vision to create not just this podcast, this show, but also the magazine. He created the Chicago Community Activism magazine, of which I'm grateful to have graced the first cover. And Brian, he's everywhere all the time. I believe this weekend he's traveling, doing what he does. He does political campaigns. He does community campaigns. He does entertainment. You name it, Brian does it. I want to say thank you, Brian. You created this format, this show, this platform, and I'm grateful. We get to talk to amazing people about all the things they do that make the world better. Without further ado, we have paid homage. We have shout out to those we need to shout out to. And now we're going to get into our guests because that's what we're here for. And this 30-minute goes so fast and we right on time. Our guest is no stranger to the community. You see him all the time. He may appear to be laid back, but he will turn up. Not to say. Now he's my brother. We have become very, very good friends and like family at this point. You know, I've met his family. He's met mine. He's got a heart of gold, and he brings a lot to the world. I'm going to let him tell it, but I'll give you 3 of the things that stand out to me about our brother. He fights fires, you understand me? And he's a firefighter, fireman. He does that professionally, and he's been doing this for a very long time. I'm going to let him tell you that nugget of what is so significant to only him and what he's been doing in that space. He is an artist. Man, he does beautiful, beautiful portraits and masterful pieces. You understand me? 20 by 30, 80 by 140,000. This man cold. And he is so talented. And he's also a therapist. Yes. You understand? So if you need to sit on the couch, as my brother Victor Love always says, how long have you been on the couch? You know what I mean? We want to normalize therapy because we need it and it's helpful. Without further ado, why don't you all welcome my brother the Robert Owens.
Thank you so much, Afrika.
Thank you for being here.
Absolutely. I would like to thank God for this opportunity to sit next to a living legend. This queen right here. This young lady is a mural in Chicago. So when I think about my artwork, I always think about Afrika being on one of my canvases in a special way. But she always turns me down when I offer to do something. But I'm really grateful.
I'm grateful for you.
I'm grateful for you,
so nice
sis.
that you would even desire to do that. Honestly.
Oh, absolutely.
You're so talented.
Oh no, you are. And she articulated the best when she told her story about herself. You are really a great woman. And the things that she spoke about me, you know, I've been honored to be on the Chicago Fire Department in a very special class. The Lewis class, which is a number 111 brothers who were brought on the Chicago Fire Department on the heels of a lawsuit. So it's a historical class, and I'm honored to be a member of that class. Thanks to you, I've been able to be in front of the likes of Reverend Jesse Jackson and others, and to represent my class in a magnificent fashion. So I'm extremely grateful for you. And yes, I am an artist. My motivation for being an artist is to promote and spread positive Black imagery. So you'll never see me put anything on canvas that denigrates the community.
Come on.
And so that's my contribution to the Black community. I want to put things out here that uplift our community. Some of you may have seen my work. I was honored to have painted Brother Munir Muhammad. Yes, that painting sits on the Muhammad and Friends show. I was honored by Crow to have done that. Also, Prince Assia bin Israel's son has one of my most well-known paintings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad sitting right behind him on his podcast. So beautiful. I intended to bring you a gift of some Prince Afrika. So my word is my bond. I'm going to give you some Prince. My signature piece, titled God's Child. I want to give you that. I want to give you a signed print of that. And also, I am a therapist. And, you know, to speak to that, I love working with young Black youth. So that gives me an opportunity to not only be a therapist, but a mentor. I work primarily with males, DCFS wards of the state. So I'm able to take them out into the community and basically be a role model for them and help them through whatever struggles they have emotionally, you know, that lead to whatever psychiatric issues that they have. So it's a great privilege and honor to serve in that capacity.
Wow, thank you. He said a mouthful. I want to go back, if I may.
Yes. How
did you come into these spaces? Like, I mean, we all get the same 24 hours. Excuse me, but it seems like you may have a little more. Well, how do you manage everything? And then how did you get there?
You know, Afrika, as you know, since we're such close friends, I got burnt out in the past year or so because I was trying to do so many different things. And I had to pull back and take a break, you know. So this is like really one of my first things that I've even, thank you for, you know, having me.
Oh, yeah.
That I've even committed to as far as doing something extra to what I do as a fireman, as a therapist, because it takes a lot of energy to produce those oil paintings.
Yeah.
You know, commissions are great. They're paying me what I'm asking them to pay me. But it's like chopping a tree down. You know, I did the commemorative portrait for the Color Purple movie. I did 2 of those. They actually commissioned me to do 5 different paintings. And so I'm just taking a break. I have a lot of offers on the table.
Come on, offers.
Yeah, I really do. You know, but finding the energy to do it is really a struggle, you know. So at the present moment, I'm just trying to stay focused on self-healing and getting myself back in a position to where I can have the energy to actually do it effectively. So I've been reclaiming my own personal in the gym.
Yeah, you've been going hard in the pain.
Oh, yeah. You know, thank you. You know, I actually put a suit on for you today. Hope you like the suit.
Yeah, you look wonderful.
Oh, well, thank you. You do too. Love the ear puffs.
Thank you. Yeah, one day I talked to you early in the morning. You was like, yeah, I'm going hard up in there.
Oh, yeah. I get it in.
I see.
I get it in. Well, you know what? I was playing like an old man yesterday, and my son was laughing at me. Then he challenged me to a 1v1, and he actually threw a couple of my shots. So I said, well, you know, I need to take a break.
Wow.
Yeah, because he's getting fast and strong, you know. So
I love it. Father and son.
but that's community.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
It is not just about the basketball, but it's about the physicality of the process, and him being humble enough to listen to me as a father.
I love it.
And taking my direction humbly. So
wonderful.
So it's good.
Speaking of that, who inspired you? Because I know you inspired your sons.
Well,
who inspired you?
I've had the benefit of being raised by my mother and father. My father was a very strong disciplinarian.
Yeah,
So he
Me
put
too.
he put the heat on us.
Mhm.
So he was an inspiration. But at 6 years old, my mother inspired me as an artist. Then at the age of 19, I actually heard the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad.
Oh,
And that inspired me to do for self. And that's when I started my art business.
nice.
And so
At 19.
at 19 years old. Yeah. So as life goes, I was in and out of that. I did some, I was in and out of being a good guy, then partying a little bit, and I lost my focus. But when it came back home to me doing something responsible, I returned to the artwork, and God has blessed me to pretty much meet so many different people and be in front of so many different audiences. I never thought that this would occur, but it's been a blessing.
Speaking of that, and God blessing you, you did something for, I want to say, the 20-year anniversary of The Color Purple.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That was last year. Well, last year, the original movie that was filmed in Marshfield, North Carolina, I actually did the commemorative painting featuring Oprah Winfrey as Sophia.
Come on!
Yes.
Big O!
Yes, absolutely.
Love it.
Then I was commissioned to do Whoopi Goldberg in her role as Celie. And so they have an event in December this year. They're asking me to come down to. And yeah, for sure. Yeah, and they've asked me to do 3 other paintings, but I'm trying to get the energy up to really sit down and do this because, like I say, it's a sacrifice.
Yeah.
And it takes away my whole personal life when I commit myself to do those paintings and everything. So
now, speaking of community and it being a sacrifice, when it comes to community, it means different things to different people. If you could define community, we understand unity. The word is actually in community.
Right.
What does community mean to you?
Well, we have to be able to commune with each other. A lot of times, we find reasons and ways to be separate from one another in our community for whatever reason. And so we don't keep the communication open, and we don't contribute back to one another in a loving way. Now, the years that I came up, I'm only 51.
Only 51.
Only 51. I can remember love in the music. I can remember love at the different barbecues. I can remember how much the family unit was more
together.
firm.
That's right.
And I'm standing on the shoulders of my family. I'm well connected through my family to the movie industry and I have a lot of different access to things, but I'm standing on their shoulders. And so just like with your great father and what he's done with Dr. King and the Reverend Jesse Jackson and your mother, that's a legacy.
Right.
And they help mold us and shape us. So for me, community is being able to commune and work with each other in a loving way. So that's what I try to do. So this is a very, very important relationship for me.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Appreciate that. And I appreciate you.
Oh, absolutely.
And I love how you connect to commune with community.
Yeah. So we commune well with each other.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. It's nothing I wouldn't do for you.
Absolutely.
And when you talk about the Lewis class, for those who don't know, the Lewis name, how did that come about? And give us more about that.
Yeah, Arthur Lewis filed an EEOC charge. I may get the dates wrong.
Okay.
But it was in the 90s when we took the Chicago Fire Department entry exam in 1995. There was a certain group that was passed up on, and Arthur Lewis actually put the filing in that initiated addressing the fact that we passed the test, but we were passed up on. And in researching that, and as time went on, it was found that we were discriminated against.
Would that be racial discrimination?
Yes.
Okay.
Essentially, the Daley administration passed us up.
Okay.
And so once the case was essentially settled, it afforded us the opportunity to have the fire department job, and we were credited back the time on the job. However, it adversely impacted us. It didn't make us whole in the sense that we never got the opportunity to take many promotional examinations that would have been afforded to us. So now me at 51, I passed the lieutenant's test, but I'm still sitting there waiting to get promoted. And I'm getting older and older and older and older and older. And you may sit on this list for 10 years, 5 years, depending on what your score is. And so if you miss all of these previous promotional tests, then it basically skew the trajectory of your career.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're trying to address that because the average age of my class is around about 60.
Okay.
So imagine we have to leave the job at 63. So basically, that's taking money from the Black community.
Correct.
You know,
Correct.
and the Black household is a
Yes.
foundation for the,
Yes.
you know, so it's basically robbed us of an opportunity, you know, for our future and for our children.
Yeah.
Yeah, and for the community to
For the
bring that money
community,
back into the community.
absolutely.
Yeah, so we're attempting to address that, but you know, it is what it is. It's a fight, it's a struggle, and it'll be what it is. But I'm proud to be a member of that class.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I want to say thank you. I don't think the collective of us, we don't say thank you enough to those of you who do this work every day.
Absolutely.
And sacrifice your own lives.
Yeah.
You have families, you have children, your parents, you know what I mean? So, and you fight for us on behalf of us. Now people look at it and say, well, they getting paid. Yeah, but it's still a job.
Absolutely.
It's still a sacrifice. You know
and I want to say something on that, and I want to say RIP to the captain who just lost his life. I've lost close friends on this job. It's a very, very dangerous job.
Oh, yeah.
And I treat it with great respect. You know, it's my son said to me, he called my mother once and said, you know, he could actually die, you know, going to work. And I face that sometimes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I'm at the point in life where I'm trying to get from 50 to at least 100, 51 to
come on.
You know what I mean?
You working out, you
I'm trying to.
And I want to say a special shout out to another mentor of mine, Brother Kublai Torre Muhammad.
Yes.
He recently had a stroke. He is in the hospital healing well.
Okay, good.
He's talking, you know, we laughed and talked yesterday. I told him you're going to be a guest. He said, right on.
All right.
And, you know, he told me, I remember when I came home from college in the 90s, and he said, man, daughter, last week I was doing a fire, and the white fireman left me in the building. You know what I mean? So those kind of things really happen. Well, and the fire, it was on fire. He couldn't get out.
Well, you know what? Everybody has their unique experience. I've had my own experiences. I'm sure in Kubla's day, there were a lot of different things that went on that he could address specific to him.
Correct.
That is somebody I would love to collaborate with. I know that's one of
the yes.
you know,
yes. You've been watching.
Yo, of course I have. And you know, that legacy. And I brought it up, so I got to speak to it. Who do I want to collaborate with?
That's the next question. Somebody's been watching the Chicago Community podcast.
I've been watching. I want to collaborate with you, Black Chicago Fire Department individuals. My gifts, my talents are for the Black community. Yeah. And at some point, I do want to commemorate the legacy of Black firemen in Chicago in a very special way.
Speaking of that, Brother Kublai and others have been organizing to get the first Black firefighters monument built.
Oh, right, absolutely.
So that's been on the table, and we've been meeting with City Council. So thank you again for saying that.
Yeah, absolutely.
And anybody else that you want to collaborate with, because people are watching, people are listening, and people have relationships.
Right.
Who is it that you want to connect with, collaborate with, work with?
Absolutely. Well, certainly you always.
We always like
always. And, you know, I've had offers from Reverend Al Sampson to do something with Minister Farrakhan, and Prince Asiel Ben Israel to commemorate the commemoration of Mas Miriam. That's one that I do want to revisit and address. Is so many people trying to get me to do different things, but that's the one that just like stood out because that's like history. You know, I want to do something that preserves Black history in a major, impactful way. Nice. You know, so definitely Reverend Al Sampson. I want to get back to him on that.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
I know he's gonna be happy to hear that.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
He's so amazing.
He truly is.
He was ordained by Dr. King.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? He's featured in the all Black Bible. You know what I'm saying? So
wow, I didn't know that.
He brings a lot to, and he has taken on the mantra from Carnegie Woodson.
Okay.
You know, with over 1,000 things to do with a peanut.
Right.
And so he's pushing that in terms of Black farmers. Yeah. And he's known for the Black soul slate.
Right.
Who to vote for and why.
Right.
Not just putting the names on paper like, vote for this person, their last name sound Black. No, this is why.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So Al Sampson, thank you for saying his name.
Absolutely.
When I get up there, I'm going to hit him up and let him know.
Let's do it.
You know what I'm saying?
Let's do it. He knows.
For sure.
Remind
let
him
know
please.
you was on the show. And
yep.
You
Oh, yeah, please. Yep, absolutely.
Yeah.
And I just want to say, you know, like with you, Africa, I knew of you for some years, and then to just sit here and be your friend. And I told you, it was like, oh man, I knew that here she is right off the television, and I get to know her. So this is a beautiful thing.
Nah, it's a beautiful thing for me too.
Absolutely.
You, your family, you know what I'm saying? I want to say that event that you took us to just happened again.
Okay, I'm trying to. There's been so many events. Which one?
This is the one that your brother's a part of.
Oh, okay.
It's
Yeah.
like
It
the,
probably,
the
he owns.
ambassador
Yeah.
gala.
Yeah. Oh, right. That
It's
is
amazing.
Yeah, it's a very nice event.
Yeah, it's a members only situation.
It sure is. I'm trying to think of the name of it. Wow, this shows you how much stuff I've been involved with.
Yes.
Golly.
But your mom was there.
Yep.
We had such a great time.
Absolutely, Black Tie
Talk about
Fair.
your mom, because she's a huge influence.
Yeah,
for you,
she
too.
really is. My mother is actually a clinical
She cold.
psychologist, a doctor.
Yes.
She's very prominent, and she likes to keep a low profile,
Yeah,
so I don't want to get popped across my head or whatever. but she's a strong Black woman in every sense of the
cold.
word. She is. So she's a great artist too, and that's somebody I want to collaborate with.
I didn't know she was an artist.
Yes, she is. That's where my artistic skill comes from. Hey, Ma, I want to collaborate with you. There's no artist I know of that's done a collaborative piece with his mother. So when I show you this, I'm going to burden you with this responsibility. We're going to pick it out. We're going to do something together. So that's what
I love that.
That's what I want to do. Mother,
I love
son.
that.
Yeah, absolutely. That's my inspiration.
Wow.
Absolutely, we do.
That's powerful.
And you know who we can make push it to. I won't say. you know the little drama, but anyway.
Oh yes. Absolutely.
Yeah, we gotta make that happen.
I have to say this too, because I've had the honor and privilege to meet both of your sons.
Yes.
And they're so amazing.
Oh, thank you.
You know what I'm saying? You all did a wonderful job.
Well, thank you. I
have to tell you
appreciate that.
that.
I appreciate.
I mean, articulate.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very well spoken. And it's not so much as how they speak, but it's their ability to connect conversations.
Absolutely.
Because you can talk to young people and they just be everywhere but where you at.
Right.
They know how to bring in, your son was talking about something that happened in the 1950s. I said, well, how old are you?
Yeah, well, you know
He's
what?
an old soul. Like, he's so bright.
And this goes back to community, because it's not all me.
Yeah.
His grandmother, my mother, his mother, who probably doesn't like me. But she's a great person. Hey, if you're watching this, she's a great person.
Yes. We gonna give her love.
And she did. Look, my son is fluent in Spanish.
Ooh.
And I didn't even know it till one day we were sitting at a restaurant, and the lady was communication problem. He just bust out speaking in Spanish. Everybody's looking at him. But his mother.
Shout out to the queen.
Yeah, so
you did that, queen.
And she's a popular poet that I met at the poetry shop. I used to be kind of a Mac. And so I was like, hey,
Not the Mac. Look, that famous line, your woman chose me.
But it is what it is. But that's where I met his mom, at the Touch of the Past on the west side.
Come on, Touch of the Past.
Yeah. She was doing.
I love it.
Yeah, she was doing a thing. It was nice.
That's beautiful. Yeah. And together you all created.
Yeah, this is what happened.
I love it.
Yep.
I love it. I love it.
Yep. So it's their mothers, and so I definitely, if anything, I want to do is just help the masculine side of everything. I want them to be providers, protectors. And what everything a man should be.
Absolutely.
So that's my role.
Speaking of everything a man should be, we have challenges within our city. Chicago's a beautiful city, but as we try to explain in Chicago at the Crossroad documentary, Chicago has some dumplexities. What would you say to the young person that's riding a train overnight because they have nowhere to go? What would you say to the young person that's trying to figure it out? They may not have family support. They may not have the mama like you. I mean, they may not have that father that was there.
Right.
They don't have anyone to get them some brushes. Go ahead and let me see what you can do with a paintbrush. What do you say to that young person that's trying the best they can, but they don't have the resources?
That is a good, that's a very unique situation. But I can tell you, my experience was the most inspirational thing. I read Message to the Black Man. And so I would have to say to anybody that's trying to find out Black, who they are, to try to connect with themselves in that way, try to get a root of themselves, and know that there are resources in a community like the Nation of Islam, like Rainbow Push. There are a number of different places that you can go to get that stewardship that you're looking for. And so there are individuals, I want to say like yourself, who can mentor for them. And point them in the direction of where they can get resources. I can remember a while ago, I sent you a text message about a young lady I met. I was in the gym, and she was homeless. She was living in a shelter, and I was trying to connect her with some resources, and you were able to point that out. So there are resources out here.
Absolutely.
And so I would just encourage them to look at what community organizations we have set up that can help you.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So if you're in that situation, it's a challenge, but there are resources out here to help you.
And because you come from so much, you know, with your family and then being a therapist. You've
Mhm.
seen a lot, you've heard a lot.
Yeah.
You would be a good person to know how to.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You know, whenever there's a person that comes to me with an emotional problem, we're pretty much the same as humans.
Mhm,
I see, okay, well, how's your family? Do you have family that loves you? Because
mhm.
I can guarantee you, if you don't have family, you're going to feel a certain way.
Yeah.
How's your outside relationships? Do you have a wife, a girlfriend, or
Mhm,
something?
mhm,
That can
mhm.
affect you.
Yeah.
Do you have employment? Do you have income?
Mhm.
That can affect you emotionally.
Absolutely.
So there's some basic needs that we all have to have.
Absolutely.
So when we address a person's needs, we have case management services there to help them, access what they need in the community, and we also have the therapist there. That I'm a cognitive behavioral therapist, so I
Mhm.
sit there and I basically help you connect your thoughts with your feelings.
Okay.
And so you mean I know what I'm doing, but
Mm.
eventually I reflect back to you
I love it. Your
some.
thoughts with your feelings.
Yeah, so I
Okay.
eventually reflect back to you something that you might say and could help you connect it to that thought. When you say
Mhm.
this, Africa, do you feel such and such way?
Mhm.
And then I guide you to help you
Mm.
heal yourself, basically.
That's awesome.
You follow me?
That's awesome. It's like
Active listening.
helping you to be accountable even in your thought process to heal yourself.
Absolutely.
Amazing.
Absolutely. Yep. So that's what I do.
Wow.
Mhm.
Wow. You definitely have more than 24 hours.
Oh, do I? No, I don't. No, I don't. But yeah, it's rewarding. I can
Mhm.
tell you for sure. I can tell you for sure that this is probably something that I was born to do
Mm.
because I think I'm an empath to a degree, and so I love working with the youth in particular and helping them help
Mhm.
themselves. So
Helping the youth to help themselves.
absolutely, yeah,
Wow.
yeah. So how are you doing, Sister Afrika?
I'm empowered and I'm
Okay.
very grateful. Man, life is good.
Okay,
Every day is a good day for me.
okay,
This is the best Saturday that I've ever seen.
okay. Do you need therapy, Sister Afrika?
Always.
Always. Okay.
Always.
My line is always open.
And I'm always hoping
Okay.
to, be better.
Okay.
So, yeah, I enjoy sitting on the couch.
Okay.
I think that I'm an empath also.
Okay.
And people call me for a lot of things. So
Mhm.
I'm honored that people see something in me to be resourceful.
Right.
However, you do need something yourself.
Right.
It's
right.
like the pastor needs a pastor. The therapist needs
Absolutely.
a therapist. The
Absolutely.
teacher needs a teacher. You know what I mean? So
Yep, mhm.
we all need to, you know what I
Right.
mean? So yeah,
And
and I appreciate that.
And I want to congratulate you on your interview with the mayor.
Oh, thank
That
you.
was such a great job, Afrika.
I appreciate
You
that.
are so impressive.
Man, thank you, Robert.
You are so impressive.
Because I felt like it was rushed. And that was the first Cubs game. So he had to
Okay.
throw out the first pitch.
Right.
And he's so timely.
Okay.
He's so timely.
Uh-huh.
But he got there about 30 minutes late, so that cut into some of the Q&A.
Right.
And so many people had questions. And thank you for bringing that up because we will do that again.
Okay.
For those of you who are watching and listening on Sunday, this Sunday, tomorrow the 27th, we'll be at Healthy Hood. And the mayor will be there.
Okay.
And so this will be an open conversation session for you to say what's on your heart.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever you're thinking about.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I tried to draft some very serious questions I knew people wanted answers to.
Yeah, it was wonderful. And thanks for the invite.
Of course. You always on my list.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm
so
saying?
it is so wonderful to sit here with a living legend. And it's a go down in history. One day,
Living legend.
one day in the future, my people will say, "Look, he's sitting there with Afrika. You see that? That's my dad." So thank you, thank you.
It's not every day that you get to be in spaces like this and be professional, but also be with your family.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? We don't elevate in that.
Oh, for sure. Oh, for sure.
And so I honor you and I'm appreciative to you and thank you.
Absolutely. Same ditto.
Man, this show is also about talking about events that you all can go to in real time. Today at the Fred Hampton House, dedicated to Chairman Fred Hampton Sr., and we all know Chairman Fred Hampton Sr., Chicago's own Illinois chapter president. If you have not gotten familiar, please check out Judas and the Black Messiah to learn more about him.
Can I say one
Of
thing?
course.
I'm sorry. I do have something coming up, and special thanks to my cousin Sharon King,
Sharon King.
Yes, and she's brought pretty much a lot of the Black movies done in Chicago. She did, and I was honored to have some of my artwork featured in the upcoming film. And the name's going to trip you guys out, but it's a movie. It's called White History Month, and that's all I'll say. but my artwork's featured in there, so that's coming.
White History Month. I can't wait.
White History Month is coming out.
That sounds really intriguing.
Right. I can't say much, but I got clearance to at least say that.
And Sharon King is about.com. She has casted me before.
Yeah.
I love you, Sharon. Thank you.
She says the same about you.
She's amazing.
Yeah.
I was so happy to know you guys are related. She's dope.
Yes.
Special shout out to Brian Gorman, Diverse City, Brownsville Podcast Studios, Chicago Hip Hop Heritage Museum, TREC, that's TRECC Foundation, nephew Ron Rilla of Rilla Noise, our producer on the boards today. All of our previous guests that have not been here yet. We're excited. We're excited for you to come. Thank you, everybody that's done this work for so long. We honor you. Live with Sista Afrika, Chicago Community Activism Podcast. We are who we've been waiting for. We are we got. We are our own solution.
I'm looking, I'm searching.
I'm looking,
I'm searching. I'm looking for someone to give about me. I'm looking, I'm searching. I'm looking, I'm searching. I'm looking for someone to give about you. I'm looking, I'm searching. I'm looking, I'm searching. I'm looking for someone to give about me. I'm looking, I'm searching. I'm looking, I'm searching. I'm looking for someone to give about you.
It's from the love that's in me. I love the love. I am so grateful for the enemy, but yet they still attack me with the envy. They're trying to clog my drain, leave me empty. They say I'm honored every week. I say humbled and grateful, not to feel weak. Let the church speak. I'm on the